Yeah.
Kind of where you were in proximity, maybe how it's changed your perspective of it all?
It definitely, I don't want to keep reliving the experience. It definitely changed my perspective of things, like, you know, hanging around, like, just not even hanging around, but just being around the right group of guys and stuff like that, or being in the right situations. But, you know, just wrong place, wrong time. So just got to live with it. I'm blessed, you know, God blessed me to get out of that situation healthy. I was only down for like a week without just like working out, but after that, you know, I got right back to work and I'm feeling good. So.
How happy are you just to be back, being on the football field, being around the guys, and how is it being around, you know, one of your best friends, C.J. Stroud?
Yeah, man, words can't explain, man. You know, CJ been with me since the offseason ended. You know, we've been with each other in L.A., here in Houston, everywhere. So that's been great. You know, that brotherhood is not going to go nowhere. But just being around, like, the whole team has been good. You know, we got new faces, and them guys cool. You know, we all in there having fun, you know, building our chemistry in the locker room and then taking it on to the field. So it's just been good. You know, everybody having fun. You see everybody smiling. You know, we got something special brewing here in the organization, and we're ready to get to work.
Hank, I know that gun violence is a problem across America, and a lot of people deal with it. But when you had to deal with it firsthand, how scary was that, and how much do you feel for other people that have had to deal with this?
Yeah, it's definitely scary, not only for myself but for my family, because I don't want to put myself in that type of position, and especially like my family. Like, I got a little brother, my mom. I know how they was feeling at that time, and it's just a blessing that I'm safe, but it's a traumatic experience.
Overall, how are you? Overall, like, how are you just mentally, like, how are you just feeling? You know,
overall, I'm good. You know, I go to church every Tuesday. I pray every night, pray every morning. You know I got God on my side, and that's the most powerful thing to have. You know, I got God on my side, keep Him first in everything I do. So I feel good. You know, I got the right group of guys around me, keeping my head up. My mom, my pops, people back home, like my grandmother, everybody praying for me and just calling me, checking in every day now. Like, they just call. My grandma texts me every day now. Like, it's crazy, but it's like, it's good. I'm good. My mental's right, and I'm just ready to get back to work, ready to work.
In what ways did the organization support you? And then second, different question, like, what are your goals? I'm sure you talked about it in a fresh perspective. What are your goals for the season?
Yeah. So first, shouts out to Nick, D'Amico, my receiver coach, Coach Ben, everyone. They reached out. They was calling when the situation happened, you know, and since I've been hurt, you know, they've been showing tremendous love. Everybody been showing a lot of love and just letting me know, reassuring me that they were right by me the whole time, every step of the way. So that's been good. And my goals, you know, I said it on the podcast. I'm pretty sure y'all, some of y'all saw it, but I got some big goals. That's all I'm gonna say right now. I got some big goals, and I'm looking forward to stepping in that light and achieving them.
What is it like being with Stefon Diggs, being around him, watching him operate?
Yeah, me and Diggs like this. That's my guy. So, you know, he been in the league for a minute, and he know the steps to take to get there. And he's been a leader since he came in the locker room, you know, speaking to us and just giving us knowledge, giving us game, you know, pouring back to us and making sure we know the steps to take to get to where we want to go. So he's been nothing short but amazing, the whole group of receivers, all of us. But he's ready to, you know, ready to go. You know, he still got that it factor, and I feel like, you know, with all us coming at the opposing teams, it's gonna be special.
How much credit do you give to your trainer, Justin Allen? Because ever since your injury, we've been seeing you work out with him.
Yeah, Jay Allen, that's my guy. I give a lot of credit to Jay Allen. You know, my off times, during the off season, I'm always with Jay Allen. He have different workout plans for me. We go do hill works, outside stand work. In the weight room, we doing explosive things, upper body. We doing a lot of stuff that he putting together for me, and it's for free. So, so appreciate you, Jay. But man, bro, he been amazing, bro. He doing a good job.
There's another wide receiver in that, another young wide receiver that's had to handle multiple adversity. Were you able to lean on Mechie through some of the things you've gone through last year and this year? And what have you seen from him and his growth coming back to the game?
Yeah, Mechie, that's my guy. Me and Mechie close. Just like me and Mech, me, Mech, and CJ for sure. Like, we always have like deep talks. Like, we always with each other. We always have deep talks, and just like what he went through, he's showing me like life is it's bigger than ball. But this is what we want to do for sure. But like when he had his experience with the cancer and things like that, he was just showing me, like, he was telling me, like, it was like it opened his eyes way more. And then when I just had that experience, like, it opened my eyes, like, if I want to go, I want to go. I got to cut things out of my life that, you know, so I can achieve what I want to do. So me and him, we had big talks. But, man, Mechie, you know, he's been doing great. I know you guys been watching, but he's been putting a lot of work in. He's ready to rock. He's ready to roll, man. He's smiling every day, funny. He's ready to go to work. So it's been great.
Two things. Going forward, do you plan on doing anything to help other people that might help them avoid a situation you were in, or is it just something you're going to talk about?
Yeah, me and my agent been having talks about it. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna do something. We can gonna come up with something. Now I'm not sure what we got in plan yet, but we're gonna do something soon. So.
And then now this is your second year in the league. Like, how different is it walking out there with the OTAs, a relationship with CJ, relationship?
Oh yeah. I wouldn't say I'm comfortable because I'm never comfortable. You never want to be relaxed, but I'm way more comfortable than I was last year for sure. Just knowing the playbook, knowing where I'm supposed to line up, knowing where I'm supposed to be, and just going out there to have fun. You know, Coach D'Amico, them harp on iron sharpen iron, so just working hard and having fun doing it. That's the main thing. So.
Have you noticed a difference in CJ as well?
Say that again.
Have you noticed a difference in CJ as well going into year 2 for him?
Yeah, he definitely stepped into that leadership role way more than he did last year. Like last year, don't get me wrong, he was a great leader, but now you can see it any miscues at practice, he's on us. All right, bro, come on, but he's definitely stepped into the leadership role and he's ready for it. He know we got a target on our back now. Last year was a prove it year, and we still haven't proved ourselves. Don't get me wrong, but we know that people is looking forward to watching the Texans play football this year. So. He's not taking that lightly. He want to give the fans a show. So he's been on us like crazy. So it's been good though.
When it first happened, were you at all worried that it could?
Talking about the shooting.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That it could impact your football career.
Definitely.
And how long till you knew you were going to be okay?
Definitely. So when it first happened, when I was in the hospital, that's the only thing I was asking. Am I going to be all right to play football? That was my main thing. Will I be okay to run and play football like I've been doing? So once they told me it was just a through and through, once they told me that and it was you'll be good, I was good. I was ready to go. So
obviously, you're from Florida, CJ from LA, but you guys are really, really tight. And one thing that's been noticed is how CJ connects with everybody across the team. How are you and CJ, even though y'all both have different walks of life, have been able to be so tight?
I don't really think we have different walks. I feel like the conversations we have, we know each other. So I feel like we both have the same background. Both was doubted, from a football standpoint. Both had troubles in our homes coming up. So we connected well there. And then once we just got with each other and we just knew of each other and we started learning each other and talking every day and just going over his crib and watching the football games when we off Thursday night games, Monday night games, and we just chilling with each other. We just started to get that feel for each other, and now we just like this. So it was just like that.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate you.
Thank y'all.
Y'all doing, man? Oh, sure.
Stefon, how do you feel like you're doing as far as building the time and the chemistry with the time you've had with CJ and all the other guys?
Well, it's been the beginning. Obviously, I only been here a couple of days, spent some time at OTAs, which was exciting. Also getting used to the heat a little bit, so it's fun. But taking it one day at a time. Obviously, it's a work in progress, but at the end of the day, it's still football, so having a lot of fun.
Stefon, what excites you most about this team, and what are you most looking forward to since you've been traded?
What excites me most? I mean, just the guys that I've been around. Obviously, the quarterback position, the fellow receivers. Congratulations to Nick as well. Just getting paid, putting a lot of work in, and I watched him on tape even before I got here. Definitely one of the best receivers, we got. And Tank, obviously, I knew Tank for a while now. He's like a little bro. And Lil Mechie, just spending time with the guys, being around the team and building that camaraderie. I've been in the league for a little while now, so being around a good group of guys is always, a breath of fresh air too.
What did you mean to you? Go ahead.
What was your mindset coming in? It's your third team, coming into this situation with this group of guys. What was your mindset walking in? Where did you want to start and have your input, and what is your stamp to say this is my input on this team? Besides what you want to produce on the field.
Yeah, just more so earning the respect of my teammates. As a player, and I've been around the league for a little while now, earning the respect of your peers first, earning the respect of your coaches, being where you're supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, taking your time each and every day, really valuing the moment. I take it pretty serious, but loving what I'm doing and loving who I'm being around. So my impact is going to be more so just taking it one day at a time, being myself, and I can't be nobody that I'm not. I'm going to still be myself, but continue to build and grow in the right direction. That comes from earning the respect of your teammates and being accountable, as far as with the plays and all the new stuff they got going on. So, like I said, it's only like my 4th day out here. So.
How does it feel to be able to?
Go ahead, sorry,
I was just going to ask you, how does it feel to be one of the vets now, to be able to mentor some of these younger guys coming up, some of the wide receivers that have watched you play and now they're around you?
It's crazy because, I've been in the league for a little while now, and, I have those conversations with them, and I listen to them talk, and I'm like, damn, you sound a lot like myself when I was your age, but it's them. Like I said, it's a breath of fresh air. And it kind of keeps me in that mindset, like, I don't know, I just remember being in their shoes, and I'm equally as hungry, if not even more now, because I've had a taste of, the playoffs and getting close and that kind of thing. And I see their mindset and the things that they want for themselves, and, that's everything I always wanted for myself. So it's always like a little chuckle inside when I hear them say, I want this, I want to do this. And I'm like, you're going to get all of that. You know what I'm saying? Just keep working. And, obviously the young guys that we got, they work extremely hard, and they definitely like uber talented. So being around them just like that, like I said, it's a breath of fresh air for me, and it's just like shit. Also being a vet, you know what I'm saying, I've seen it. You know what I'm saying, I've seen a lot. I know what it takes to be successful on the field, and I know what it takes to win. So I'm trying to bring that mindset each and every day.
So in trade, did you feel like you've been chasing a Super Bowl? Did you look at the Texans roster with the quarterback they have in C.J. Stroud and say, hey, this might be a place that I can try to pursue that goal?
Well, I mean, I feel like I've been chasing the Super Bowl since I got in the league. So, I mean, to say like, you get to one specific place and say, this is where I want to try to win it, but this is where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? I obviously believe in this team. I believe in the quarterback. Those are, unspoken things that we all can assume. But for me, chasing the ring isn't a like I came here to chase it. I came here to win. I'm saying that starts with a game one and moving forward. Of course, you want a ring, and it sounds good to be like you want a Super Bowl and you want a ring, but it takes a lot of effort and a lot of consistency. For me, I take it one day at a time. It starts in practice, it starts in the walkthrough, it starts in the meeting room. So for me, winning is always in the forefront of my brain with everything that I do. You know what I'm saying? But it's one thing at a time rather than just jumping the gun. I don't put the carriage before the horse.
How do you deal with the perception that things didn't end well in Buffalo for you? People sometimes labeled you as a diva wide receiver. How do you deal with that perception when you hear people say those things?
Well, personally, I don't take things personal from people I don't know personally. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you garnish your opinion from what you hear about somebody, it's not different if you know them on a personal level. Not too many people know me on a personal level. And I don't particularly share a lot of my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I keep work. You know what I'm saying? I try not to dive into, like, how I feel about certain things or, like, you know what I'm saying, people's opinions. I've been in the league about to go on my 10th year. I've obviously put in a lot of work to get to where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Respect level is always there. You know what I'm saying? Who I am as a player, they know who I am. I'm a true competitor. I love to win. You know what I'm saying? I love getting better. And who I am as a person. You know what I'm saying? But this is a job at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? We build a family environment with your team. Those guys will know me personally. That's why I earn the respect of them first, along with my coaches. But I try not to take things personal from people I don't know on a personal level. You know what I'm saying? Rule of thumb.
There's a lot of talent on the offensive side of the ball,
Yeah.
a lot of receivers, a lot of mouths to feed.
Hell yeah.
Is that a good thing, a worrisome thing? Like, how do you balance just everyone kind of getting theirs and also winning?
I mean, I feel like that's something I knew coming in. You know what I'm saying? Before I got here, Obviously know that Nick had a hell of a year. Tank just got hurt. He was going to have a hell of a year. And it's always a balance. It's not my job to sling the pill around. It's my job to call the plays. I just got to get open and catch it. So for me, it's not nothing I would worry about, considering, you do your job, you get the ball. And I feel like this offense is one of those offenses that got a lot of horses in the stable, you know what I'm saying? You let them all loose, we'll figure the rest out.
CJ, we talked to CJ maybe like a month ago about y'all meeting at the Pro Bowl and y'all developing a relationship.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, I wanted to hear like from your perspective, like what really drew you to him, and how did that relationship develop over time until you ended up getting traded?
Obviously, like at the end of the season, it was a lot of gray area as far as like what I was going to do, as far as like whether I was going to be in Buffalo or not. And then going into the Pro Bowl, obviously that's a place where like the best athletes in the world are, the best football players in the world are, and just happened organically that he was not too many seats from me at the Pro Bowl where we get dressed and did all that, and we had chopped it up a little bit, and I kind of like got to know him a little bit. And I'm like, damn, he pretty cool. So kind of when things started hitting the fan and Houston was kind of on the radar, I was like, this damn. Ironic, I don't believe in coincidence. Everything happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And I asked God to light my path, and here I am. So it was definitely something to get super excited about. I don't know how many times I smiled. I wasn't here yet. I didn't get to share the smiles with y'all, but I promise you, I'm super happy.
2020, you were top 4 in receiving yards, touchdowns, everything in that aspect. And obviously, you get traded. So what kind of went through your mind when you were traded?
I mean, for me, like I try not to get too personal, but I kind of felt it was going in that direction. Like, throughout the season, it had some ups and downs, especially after the first 8. We had coaching shifting and different things going different ways, different scheme-wise, schematic, and, the ups and downs of it. But for me, I kind of, you kind of feel it in the air a little bit, especially, personal feelings. But for me, when I got traded, obviously, I was happy. I was in a good place. Like I said, I told God to light my path, and here I am. So he makes no mistakes. I'm standing firm in that. I'm standing strong. So when I say I've been smiling, I've been smiling.
There couldn't be two climates probably more different in the NFL than Houston and Buffalo. So you kind of noted that earlier, but are there things you're doing to kind of adjust to such a big change, like on and off the field?
Yeah, it's a little crazy just because the previous places I were, it was like, it's not hot. It was like kind of cool, you got good weather for the most part until it get cold out, and then you come to a place like this, and it's like, damn near HELL out here every day. But as far as like my approach with the game, being somewhere new, I kind of partner that with just being a professional and hydrating the right way. No extracurriculars during the week, trying to have all the energy that you can, and really just taking my time. The nutrition part is obviously another layer, but as a professional and damn near as an adult, like the older I get, you got to take care of your body a little bit more. So I'm packing on a little bit now. So we'll see.
You talk about
earlier you talked about your desire to win, but from what are you willing to share? What are some of the lessons that you learned rather in Minnesota and Buffalo to make it, kind of all come together here in Houston?
It's crazy because that's a question I had asked myself. I'm a big person of self-reflection. You know what I'm saying? Like being in those places before, asking God to light my path, I still had to look where I came from and a lot of things that I had learned, whether it was in Minnesota, whether it was in Buffalo. What were the things that worked and what were the things that could have helped in that situation. So, and I feel like things that I'm carrying over is like just putting a lot more time in. Football is football at the end of the day, but you don't know what an extra meeting would do or some extra time after practice or some extra time in the morning. Just maybe some little things that kind of can carry over and, do something that'll help you on the field. So just spending more time. You think you're working, and at times you can have a lot of success, but that extra layer or that extra, little bit of practice time or meeting time could win you an extra game or get you on the same page with your quarterback. So for me, just what I really kind of garnished from my past is more so putting more time in, because it's not about effort. For me, it was never about effort. It was never about grind, because I put the time in off the field and on the field. But it's more so keep building and being on the right pace consistently, because, when you get later on in the season, you want to be hitting on all cylinders, but that comes from putting that extra time in. So for me, I give you a little tidbit, just putting a lot more time in. Even though you think you're grinding, working smarter, not only hard.
When you got to Houston, the Minneapolis Miracle, were
Oh,
you
yeah.
able to pick
Long
Keenum's
time
brain?
ago.
Were
Long time
you able
ago.
to pick Keenum's brain a little bit, find out about the organization? And lastly, does the brother matchup, the Diggs matchup, take on a little extra meaning this year in the Battle of Texas?
I think that's a 2-for-1 question. I'll let you pick one and let somebody else pick the last one. So you could pick one you want, though. There you go. I knew you was going to pick that one. It's later on in the season. Right now I'm spending a lot of time with my brother. You know, obviously he's healing up, getting on the right pace with his rehab and recovery. I want to see him hitting on all cylinders. But, you know, down the line, that's down the line. That's something I can get excited about when it comes. But it does actually add a little extra incentive, you know, closer to that holiday. You know what I'm saying? We get that win. It's exciting.
We're going to end with Sergeant Aaron.
I know that you're big on family. You just got to talk about your brother. We looked at the Texans from a talent standpoint, but I was there when you came to the J.J. Watt Charity Softball Classic, and the way that the legends, the Houston Texans legends, embraced you. How have you accepted that family build that's here in NRG?
It's crazy because, I mean, kind of what we touched on a little bit, just I don't take things personal from the people I don't know personally, but these people I'm learning personally. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they welcome me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they call it like the Southern like hospitality, but they are very welcoming and very open arms, and, you know, kind of like, I just feel like it's important for me to be a part of things like that and, you know, be a part of, you know, obviously charity is, you know, just one layer of it, but be around the people that came before you, not only giving them the respect, but giving them that, you know, like I'm here to kind of follow those footsteps and to, you know, fall in line with, you know, Andre Johnson. He's going in the Hall of Fame. You want to, that's what you want to be like. So when I'm talking to the young guys and I'm like, I've been in your shoes before, I'm taking it a step further at this point to be around the people that came before me and, you know, hopefully a little bit that'll rub off, you know what I'm saying? But that family environment, I feel it. It's genuine. And you thrive in that space. You thrive in space when you're loved right. You thrive in the space of being around those who, like, you know, truly care and truly want to see you win. So for me, I just been taking it one day at a time and, you know, trying to do the right shit. Excuse my language for anybody who can't cuss. Yes, sir.
St. John's High School.
There we go. I used to beat your ass, though, so. Sorry. You're right.
When you look at the creativity that Bobby Slowick had, as you talk with him, talk football, what are your impressions of Bobby and kind of what you guys can cook up together?
I just saw him move the pieces around last year, you know. Obviously with Neek, I feel like you give him the pieces, he's going to make them shake. You know, obviously, when I look at his offense and the time that I've spent with him, I'm kind of relaying back to, you know, a couple of teams that I've seen on tape, and he showed me a little bit. And those guys had a lot of stars on that team. You know what I'm saying? They played at a very high level, and they had a lot of success. So, like I said, there's a lot of horses in the stable. I really look forward to making it all shake. Thank y'all.
Last one right here.
You know, Josh Allen said that you were very instrumental into making him the quarterback that he was at the end, you know, that he is now. How instrumental do you think Josh was to helping you elevate to the next level of receiver that you ended up becoming?
I feel like he was a intricate piece in my career because at that point, you know, when I left Minnesota or whatever, like I presume I was a good player, you know what I'm saying, but I always felt more for myself. I felt like I was better than that, that I could be better than that. And I kind of, up to that point, I was just like, shit, I'm going to roll the dice and bet on myself. You know what I'm saying? And they sent me to Buffalo. I don't know if they sent me to Buffalo with the most kindest, you know, with the most great intent, but all's well ends well. You know, when I got to Buffalo, Josh is still my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't really understand what it's like to be out there. You know what I'm saying? And he really embraced me. You know what I'm saying? He kind of had that Southern hospitality. You know what I'm saying? So for me, he embraced me. We spent a lot of time, and I probably wouldn't be right here if it wasn't for him. So, you know, I got a lot of love for that boy. So y'all give him a hug and a kiss for me.
talked about leadership. He pointed to you stopping practice to kind of correct guys. Why was that important for you to really kind of step up your leadership skills this year?
I don't just think I did it this year. I think like that's just important in general. And it's my job to hold guys accountable along with other guys. And, it's a ton of expectations. There's a ton of things that we want to do this year, that we should do this year. But you have to slow down and learn just how to execute one play at a time. And while all the pressure is on, like, how do you simplify, how do you simplify, playing at a high level every single play? So I think that way, just bringing the guys back and just taking us back to square one, what happened, and it's time to move on. And that's going to happen in the season, but, I just think if it comes from me, it means a lot. And, now I'm stepping into the role even more and more. So, I just accepting that and having fun with it, being myself. And I just want everybody around me to eat off that. I told them, like, this sport can change your life if you do it the right way. So, being accountable, doing the extra stuff away from the facility, that stuff matters at the end of the day, because all the expectations and all that pressure, that really doesn't matter if you do those things, So.
What are your expectations for year 2 in this offense?
I'll just keep going. The name of the game is just execution. The times where we executed at a high level, the times we won those games, So that's just the goal, is just to execute and to be able to be on the same page, build chemistry right now. So, when the ball rolls, we're ready to fly around at a high level. So, that's the goal, and that's there's goals on top of that, but that's the foundation right now. OTAs is the foundation work. So,
CJ, I know that it's still pretty early, but how's it been so far getting to work with Diggs, and how is he fitting in so far?
He's been fitting in great. He's coming in with his head down mentality, just working. He's helped me out a lot. Just he comes from a good system over there when he was with the Bills, and they did a lot of things with him, and really just offense, and told me how like Josh played and things like that. Things that we do different. That we've had just plenty of conversation. So he's come in and been a leader, which I'm proud of him for, and just really has been unselfish and wanted to see other guys eat, and that was his main thing. Is like he wanted to be around other dogs, and he stepped into that role where there's a dog everywhere. He looks right, he looks left. There's going to be a dog. So, and he wanted that, and that's what we bring to the table. He's been nothing but just amazing so far, and I'm very excited to work with him.
CJ, as a friend, as a teammate, as a human being, what's it like to have your friend Tank back with you guys? What was it like to go from the gamut of emotions from hearing about it to now when it's over and you're back out there on the field having fun?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's just a testament to him and, one, the God we serve, and then two, just the work that he's put in. He's been, he came back before it was even scheduled. He can get cleared, and then on top of that, just coming back after that freak accident. And, I think that we serve a God that's merciful and that's purposeful, and he knows that, and he stepped into it. And me and him, we have those conversations about our faith, and then, because like this football stuff, it seems like it's everything, but it's not. We're people, and we go through a lot off the field. People don't know, and as his brother, I have to be there for him, just like he's there for me when I go through what I go through. So I'm just proud of him, man. Like the word proud is even probably enough to state the feelings that I have for that guy, man. He's one of my best friends that I've gotten to know over the years in this world of football. And past that, man, I feel like I've known him since I've been 3 years old. I feel like our connection is kind of like we grew up together. And, I just got a lot of love for that guy. And, I'm very excited for him. He's been snapping at practice and doing really well. And, to knock off the rust that quick shows how much work he's been in.
How much more comfortable are you walking out to OTAs this year compared to last year? Things kind of a little bit slower. What's the biggest difference to you?
Yeah, it's night and day, man. It's really I feel like I'm running the show, and I've got a lot more responsibilities from Slow and from D'Amico and from Gerard, Bill, and really our whole offensive staff. And I'm the captain of the ship, and I got to run it the right way. And I feel like I've stepped into that role of just not only holding guys accountable, but also holding myself accountable to those moments. I don't let anything slide, because that's the point of winning and losing. So I think from last year to this year, I've gotten a lot better with like controlling my emotions, controlling my ball placement, knowing what's NFL open, knowing my footwork better. Just really every little thing I've taken a step. And then on the other side of the ball, you know, just everything slowed down, seeing coverage. D'Amico does a good job of blitzing me and, you know, working on their different coverages, their different looks. To start too high, go to 1, go back to 2, motion like his man, go to cover 2, like all that stuff to keep me true and honest. And, you know, I think I've tried to do my best with my off-season study to, you know, be better. And I feel like I've done that and had a good OTA so far. So got to finish with vet mini camp. But it's been definitely a big transition of just more comfortability from last year to this year.
Since college, you always had like a really talented receiver room, and then last year you had a talented receiver room. So you've had the experience of having to feed a lot of guys. Obviously, you added Diggs, even Joe Mixon coming out of the backfield. How much would that experience from those, you know, college and last year help you with being able to make sure that everybody's being fed the way they are, so you can have the best possible offense that you guys are capable of?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think nothing changes. You know, it's like I tell guys, because I get that question a lot from like people just walking around just anywhere, an Astro game, whatever. And I'm like, man, it's football. You know, if you're open, you get the ball. And my thing is, you got to pick your poison playing this. Like, who you going to double? Who you going to cater to? You got 5 dogs who are able to get the ball in each given play. You know, so I think it's fun. I know Slow has done a great job of being more creative and, you know, has put different personnel packages out there, guys in different positions that going from inside to outside. You know, and you know, I'm very excited to work with Coach Slow again. He's done amazing so far, you know, OTAs, and will continue to do such. But yeah, man, I think that past experience of playing with Marv, Jax, Garrett, Chris, J-Mo, Mameka, Julian, like those type of guys, they'll tell you too, like, I know they'll probably have said it before, but they'll tell you, like, they made me better and I made them better. You know, that's my job is to make everybody around me better. So I'm excited, man. It's been healthy competition. Like, I know Garrett, I seen his interview the other day. He was talking about Ohio State, how, like, the receivers, like, if Garrett made a play, Chris is like, nah, watch this. Like, it's the same thing here, which is, you know, really cool to watch. And, you know, as a quarterbacks, Meek, Davis, and Case, and Tim were the same way, too. So healthy competition is the best way to grow and get better. And I think that's what it's about. You see how excited Diggs gets for Tank when he makes a play, and Metch gets excited for when Nico makes a play, and Tank gets excited when Rob makes a play, you know, so it's amazing. And, you know, we got Noah coming back too, which is going to be amazing. And I'm excited. You got Ben there, and a ton of guys. There's a ton of talent. Steve's showing up. Really, everybody's really been doing. Jay Wayne, Johnny, you know, so, man, it's been fun.
CJ, Nick went out and got you some extra talent on the offensive side of the ball. But what do you think about the additions that he made on the defensive side of the ball?
Yeah, man, it's been great. It's been good on good. Like D'Amico always talks about iron sharp iron. You know, it's been a lot of smack talk, a lot of just good competition. You know, and it starts with me and Aziz. You know, him being the leader of defense, I'm the leader of the offense, and you know, playing him last year, I mean, he always showed up on tape when I watched the Titans last year. So it's cool to like see like the stuff he thinks. You can see him at my locker, me at his, or us before practice, after practice, talking about plays. And, you know, so, I mean, it starts with us, and then when you add Danielle, somebody who's a vet who plays really hard, who's going to help Will, you know, and them 2 dogs. You got Tim in the middle with Autry and Sosa and just a ton of guys, man. You know, on the back end, you got young guys showing up. Kaylin's doing really well on the back end, along with Petrie and Jimmy, along with Kamari. Kamari's showing up. Sting is playing well, as y'all seen. So, man, it's just been dogs on dogs, you know, like, and that's the best teams I've ever been on. Has been the closest teams personally, but also the most competitive teams. So it's been dope.
You broke out last year. Nico broke out last year. Nico gets the contract extension. He's here through 2027. What does that do for you, just knowing that you have a familiar target to work with for the next few years?
You know, it's just something that first of all, I'm just proud of that guy. My brother Nico, he's shown up and shown out. You know, when his number is called, he always makes a play. And you know, he's a generational talent, man. He's like our age is Andre Johnson, in my opinion, of just how fast he is, how he gets in and out of his braces, releases, how strong he is. And I think last year was just a preview to what is to come for him. And And one thing I'm proud of him for is just the work has never stopped. He's constantly in here working on his body, constantly in here working on his hands, his mobility in the weight room, you know. So for me, I mean, just having a true, I think we have like 5 number ones, you know, so that's kind of cool to have. And I've had that before in college, and now I'll have it again. And it's going to be fun, man. And Nico, he loves to see everybody else eat too. So, man, his love for his brothers hasn't changed. And, you know, it's a special feeling to see somebody who deserves to get paid and, you know, get what they deserve. And, you know, I'm just really proud of him.
What does it mean for you to have another opportunity to work with Bobby Sawyer and Gerard Johnson? I don't know if you remember, there was a moment going into the playoffs last season where you really didn't know if either one of those guys would be here for this year.
Yeah, I mean, for both of them to come back was very special. I think we all have a better feel of how to work with one another, and you know the talent I am on the field and the play caller that Bobby is, and then the common coach Gerard is. You know, we all work together in that, and you know, I'm in his office almost every morning, just going over stuff and watching film with him, going over things that we need to get better at, and he always has this phrase of, you know, working for the end at mine, and you know, he holds me accountable. When, you know, it could be easier just to, like, let me slide because, you know, I'm out there still making plays. But he's like, nah, you need to be better here, here, and there. And, you know, that just shows what type of leader he is. And, you know, it's an honor to be able to work with him again. And same for me, like, to him, like, hey, Flo, I'm not really feeling this play, or I want to add this play to try to see if we can get better here in this practice, or, you know, I think we can be really good at this type of play, and he's very, very accepting when it comes to that. So it's been cool to work with both of them, and I'm very excited to get another year under our belt.
What was it like teaching?
Last two right here.
What was it like teaching football internationally, and the reception that you got from the people there?
It was amazing. You know, first of all, shout out to Beijing, Shanghai, and Tokyo, you know, for accepting me and Micah with open arms, and just the hospitality and just the culture, man, there is just amazing. They want to learn about football, you know, and it was cool just to see, like, them already have, like, the foundation of it, but wanting to grow from there. And, you know, I think football is a family sport, and, like, those people are our family now. And, you know, the Olympics come into where it's going to be international with flag football. I think that's super dope, and to be able to get, you know, to be able to put our feet into those doors already, you know, it's kind of cool, you know. So, I mean, I'm very grateful of my team with Bernie and David for setting that up, and even like the guys out there who gave us top-notch hospitality. It was just amazing, man, the whole experience. So, you know, just my first time really out the country, and just being able to, like, go to the Great Wall of China and all that stuff, and still do what I love to do. You know, working out with Micah was cool, and he has a lot of crazy takes, but, you know, I got love for that guy. But it was fun, man.
John and Jonathan to end.
What's it like having Kate Stover down here with you, and what's your relationship been like with him?
Oh, yeah. Kay's my brother, man. You know, I've been through thick and thin with him, and he's somebody who I often look at as like our moms are like the same, or our families are super close since college. I think he's like my blood brother, like somewhere far down the line. I don't know how it works, but he's always like there for me. He's always, you know, I don't know, man. Kate is just like that guy. He's a brother that they talk about in the Bible, you know, like that. Like he's a friend that is, you know, like just like a brother. And I don't know, the word brother just always just comes up with that. Like, he's just always there to, you know, hold me up, and he sees me, and he knows my emotions. And for him to be able to come on the Texans and, you know, already add value is just amazing. You know, he's a hard worker. Y'all know his background with the farm and things like that. So I'm very excited for him, and he's been doing well in OTAs, you know, very smart, very great with his hands, and just, you know, growing his route running, growing his ability to get open and things like that. So I'm amazed to have another Buckeye on the team.
You briefly mentioned last time we talked to you about John Mechie, and we saw the plays he made out there today. What do you think about the work he's put in to get to the point he is?
Another guy, like, the word proud it doesn't give it enough, like, of how I feel about what he's gone through and what he's been able to do. As y'all can see, man, he's running some of the best routes I've ever seen. his lateral quickness, he's able to stop and start. And, you know, he's one other person who's been through a lot as well, you know, fighting cancer, then fighting an injury that he had in college to last year battling playing time and injuries, you know, like, as you can see, man, he's making plays, he's showing up, and he's showing out. So, man, just another brother of mine, just not only am I there for him, but he's also there for me through thick and thin. And so just another great guy that we have, and I'm just excited to see him just, you know, show his value that we all have known, and now he's putting it on the field. So, you know, he's going to continue to go. He's going to be very pivotal and important to this football team for a lot of games to win. So, you know, I'm very excited for that, and, you know, blessed to be able to work with a brother. All right, y'all. All right.